Well, more than a month after passing the state legislature, Governor Kotek finally signed the emergency transportation package into law, which she says will preserve critical maintenance and operations on Oregon's roads, avoiding hundreds of layoffs at ODOT. The governor's long wait to sign the bill, appearing intentional, though her office won't confirm that. We'll explain why in a minute. But first, let's look at how the bill will impact everyday Oregonians. The biggest hit will be at the pump, with the statewide gas tax going up by 6 cents per gallon. Fees at the DMV are going up, registration by $42, title fees up nearly $140, and the EV surcharge up $30. The statewide transit tax, which comes out of your paycheck, is doubling from 0.1% to 0.2%, though that will roll back after 2 years. It also sets up a mandatory pay-per-mile program and timeline for electric and high-efficiency vehicles. The package is estimated to raise $4.3 billion in new funding over the next decade, mostly for road maintenance. But let's get back to the governor's delay in signing the bill. It was meant to thwart a Republican effort to undo the tax hikes through a ballot initiative. In fact, GOP lawmakers just filed their initiative today. It was given the number 302. The idea: give all Oregonians a chance to vote on the tax hikes on the November 2026 ballot. We talked about the effort with Representative Ed Deal of East Salem last month.
The governor called us into an emergency session to pass an emergency tax for an agency supposedly in crisis. And now she's dragging her feet to sign this bill. The only reason to do that is to deny voters their right for an up or down vote on this tax. I'll tell you what, she can delay this all she wants. We're still going to gather the signatures. We're still going to get this on the ballot. And Oregonians will remind Salem who really runs this state.
Now, the political game here boils down to this. Republicans want to give voters the chance to decide on the tax hikes. To do that, they need to gather 78,000 signatures for a ballot initiative. But the signature gathering cannot start until the governor signs the bill. State law gives the governor up to 30 business days after a legislative session to sign it. So Republicans argue that Kotek ran out the clock, so to speak, giving them the least amount of time to gather those signatures to try and undo the tax hikes. Technically, she could have waited until Wednesday this week, but hey, you get the idea. She took more than a month to sign it, and her office has not answered the question directly when we've asked about the delay, only going back to what state law says about those 30 business days that she has to sign it. So, more than 78,000 signatures must be filed with the Oregon Secretary of State by December 30th in order for the Republican initiative to qualify for the November 2026 ballot. GOP leaders in Salem are confident it will happen, but time will tell. It's also worth noting that if the effort even qualifies for the ballot, then additional money for ODOT would be put on pause for another year until the results from that election. An ODOT spokesperson tells us ODOT, cities, and counties would not receive any new transportation funding this January, and that they would need to make drastic cuts to balance their budget, which could revive concerns about ODOT layoffs and road maintenance gaps.